All right, g'day guys, welcome back. It took me a little bit of time to actually get around to doing this new stage of the Dismal Future Red Zone event, the Zamasu stage. It came out probably about a week ago at the time of recording. I've been a little bit busy in real life, so I kind of waited until I had Future Gohan in my possession. I was fortunate enough, pardon me, to pull 2 copies of the big man himself. No trunks, unfortunately, but yeah, I finished his links and I decided to jump in this stage and give it a shot. Jesus, I love this Gohan. He is fantastic. And this stage is not a pushover either. It was probably a shame it's a little bit on the shorter side, given how short all the other stages from this event are prior to it. I would have liked a little bit more diversity and a little bit more, mix it up a little bit, just so different units with different designs can thrive in different events. But not to say that it's not enjoyable. It's just a little bit too much of the same, I guess. They hit hard when you're not dodging. As you can see, the normal wasn't necessarily soft enough for these guys to tank. However, they're only 55%, and they did have a fair bit of damage reduction. So yeah, it still does hit fairly hard. The Future Gohan. Obviously refer to my guides if you're looking at who to link him up with. But he's a whole lot of fun. I haven't really even had an opportunity to use the EZA Future Gohan yet either. So this is going to be a little bit of a kind of first impressions, I guess, for both those units. Obviously the Vegito Blues, if you follow my channel, I have flogged since their release, and since the Vegito Blues EZA, the tech one. I have an ultimate showcase where I do a full run with defense stats showing in real time. Obviously they're not showing here. It takes a bit of time, by the way, to do that for anyone interested. So don't expect it on every one of my videos, though I am exploring options on how to maybe speed the process up so I can maybe eventually have them at... Holy Jesus, we just took 500k damage from normals. Yeah, I mean, that was type disadvantage, fair enough, but the 70% dodge failed us on both occasions there. Now, this intro is mint. I love it. It is so clean, so nice to look at. They've obviously borrowed heavily from the Second Coming Broly movie for I guess Z Gohan's or current day Gohan's transformation to Super Saiyan, and I think it suits Ultimate Gohan down to a T, if I'm honest. We're going to risk it here with a low HP. My Gohan fortunately dodges, so we weren't able to see what he would take from normals there, despite also having support. I do think that additional balanced with dodge is the build for this Gohan. He does, crit he'll have as an STR unit anyway at a level 5 by default. He's just triple super there too, Jesus. But he will get guaranteed crits when he's he is 24 or when the active skill goes off, as long as the domain is active, which is starting from his 3rd appearance. Now, I know that's not at all times, but kind of reducing the chance to crit. Are we going to do the... Oh, Jesus, she might get caught out here. Dodge? That's why I built her like that. Woo! Oh, wow, she would have... Oh, Jesus, we could even be in trouble here with a normal, but I think you should be okay. But yeah, I just don't think you need the crits early with Future Gohan. Doing a lot of damage early, especially if you're finishing phases, is not a way I like to play. So many units these days need to take hits or need to do attacks to build up, and if you're ending phases too quickly, they may not get that opportunity and might find themselves in the more difficult portions of certain fights without having the opportunity to set themselves up to deal with it, I guess is probably the best way to phrase it. Jesus, we've got 3,000 HP left. We might do that. I might even pop a Sensu Bean here. I like bringing a couple of Sensu Beans for the first kind of look of certain fight. We could risk it because we've got the damage reduction there with Gohan, but I won't do that. We'll mark off the Sensu Bean down in the bottom of the screen there, and simply because these got 7 mil. Jesus, I mean, they're getting support, 50% support from the Future Gohan, but yeah, they haven't taken any shots yet. So although they will get that stack and then the temporary stack here, their defense is not built up in any way. So we could really get hurt. Not hurt, but like enough where 3,000 HP isn't enough. So yeah, there you go. 200k is pretty good, all things considered. This Zamasu is a very hard-hitting unit. I think this is probably like my third attempt in total, where I eventually got the win. But I'm keen to jump back into this stage and have a little bit more of a play and see how different units hold up. This new Goku and Vegeta unit that fuses into Vegito is just right up my alley. I love how they perform, and kind of going off my point before, they get the Goku and Vegeta portion of this unit cops a fair bit of criticism given how their damage holds up, I guess, or how it's on the lower side of things. I think that's a good thing. Like I said before with the future Gohan and his crit kind of build, or how I don't want to go crit. The lack of offensive power when the Goku and Vegeta are prior to fusing, that just allows them to stack and allows everyone else to stack for that little bit longer. I like moving slowly at the beginning of fights, so they really work for me. I'm going to keep Mai in first slot there because Zamasu is only healing. We'll also have a 100% chance to dodge in the final slot with the Vegito there. So we're not going to take any damage. Future Gohan will have 24 ki, so he's just ready to tear things up. 5 attacks total, supers or otherwise. It doesn't actually matter with Future Gohan. He needs 5 attacks to fully build himself up. Look, I skipped the attack there with Mai, but again, it's not necessarily relevant. She's not here to sort of tear the enemy's HP down, and her damage reduction, despite the fact she would have it fully built up thanks to the hidden potential system there, it's not relevant either, seeing as she's not going to take any attacks. So Future Gohan here, 10 mil. I mean, he's got that many attacks coming as well. It'll be, yeah. This is fun. He really is fun. He's so well balanced. Like, he's so defensive. He can get caught a little bit on turn 1, but I mean, that's fine. It just kind of leads into what I was saying before about how you don't want to move too quickly in the early phases to allow people, to allow anyone on the team to build up, I guess. Unfortunately, we didn't get any attacks with Vegito Blue, so he will still be at his minimum and will have no dodge unless we put him in slot 3 again next turn, which is a shame, but we'll get this Vegito out, I think, and have a little bit of fun. You might use this active skill though, seeing as there's all those links available. I actually don't get much of a chance to use this active skill, but there's a lot of buffs to this Vegeta and Trunks unit. If you did pull that physical Trunks, the new Carnival LR, the counterpart to the Gohan, he will be a perfect slot 2 unit for these guys. I'm not I mean, that Trunks, the Sword of Hope Trunks, the Carnival LR, isn't my cup of tea in terms of character or hype or anything like that. Not to criticize it, not to kind of give anyone a hard time who's into it. You know, we all have different preferences, and he's just not quite mine. And I also need to get some value out of my Carnival coins, so I'll happily save them up and wait for him to return, which will probably be during the anniversary, I would imagine, depending on when that is for global. Given that the global is set to sync with JP in terms of schedule at some point. It was confirmed by the developers at the start of the worldwide celebration, but they didn't give us a time frame. I think that that'd be silly not to do it by the 9th anniversary for JP. Otherwise, it would just be pointless to announce it so early, I feel. Now, I know we missed the 18 key there with the Vegeta and Trunks, but we're taking 3 hits, which means we'll get at least 3 key, providing we don't dodge any of those attacks. We do have a relative dodge build for the Vegeta and Trunks. Dodge this one, please. We don't. Okay, so we'll at least get the 18 key super, which is fine. Oh wow. Oh, we won't. Oh, they seal. I was not aware that they sealed. I haven't put myself in that position yet. I think in prior attempts I had dodged the super, which obviously would stop you from being sealed. But nonetheless, we are relatively safe. It should be fine. We are coming into the turn, so that'll stop the Easy A Future Gohan from transforming. His conditions did not change with an Easy A, despite the fact that they could have, seeing as they weren't the transformation is not an active skill. But that's okay. It just means he remains a support. So the Future Gohan on that turn, the turn upcoming, will be looking very good. And Vegito is just whenever he wants to stop supering, he'll just let us know. I mean, just goes on and on. He's so good. I love him so much. And these Dokkan original animations are just, I know I've said it in previous videos, but this may be your first time hearing it from me. It won't be the last either. They're just so clean. Oh, he still takes damage there too. 60k. This Gohan 6 mil. I mean, he's probably not getting too many links. What? Fierce Battle, Super Saiyan, Legendary Power, and I'd imagine that's it. Just the 3 links. Vegito with Over in a Flash. No, he wouldn't have Dismal Future. Over in a Flash, Power Bestowed by God. Godly Power. Yeah, he won't. And there was probably another one I'm not thinking of, but that'd be all the links here. Oh, here's the domain. Oh, cool. This is another reason I wanted this Gohan as well. I love this domain function. It's really appealing to me. He's got a lot of support here as well, by the way. So we'll use this active skill. He's got 420k defense. He does get permanent defense ongoing after he uses this active skill. So it's very important you use it, by the way, because he can only use it during the domain being active. And once the domain goes away, you have no way to activate the active skill once the domain's gone, basically. So make sure you use it. He'll be doing 100% chance to crit on all of his supers for the rest of this turn. Actually, I might, just for the hell of it, it's probably worth just leaving the... Oh, no, I'll let him... I'm curious what the Easy A would take, because he'd have all his damage reduction active, but I want to show off this new LR. So he's not getting any more links from so we might as well just put him in slot 1 and see how he goes. Hopefully we don't get supered and sealed, actually. That could have been a risk we were looking at taking, but 13 million. 13 mil guaranteed crits with God knows how many supers to come. 1. Well, that's a normal. It could have been a super. I'm pretty sure none of the normals are without a chance to be supers. So there's his 3rd attack. Do another one. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, so 3, and then this Gohan. Oh, this will be interesting. Won't do anything. No, not at all. He doesn't care. And 9 mil from you. I know you're getting support, but still, when you got a 50% support with like 59% damage reduction. And taking and doing 9 million damage, that's just crazy. But yeah, let us know what you reckon, guys. That was my first clear for the Dismal Future Edition Red Zone Zamasu stage. Let me know how you went on your summons for the Part 2 Carnival. If you weren't interested, if you went back into the Part 1 banners, let me know how you went there. Let us know what you think of the Part 2 Carnival LRs. I'd love to hear all your thoughts in the comments down below. Stay tuned, I've got plenty more showcases on the way. You can find me on any of the socials you see at the bottom of the screen there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.